Hey high levelers, in this video what I wanted to do is show you how you can build a solution around the live chat widget and the AI combined to be able to set appointments. Now this has been a problem for a lot of different people here. I've been creating a lot of different videos about AI chatbots inside of Highlevel, how you can use them, sell them, and so forth. And I've also been making a lot of videos regarding the chat. So people have been hitting me up about how do you solve this? How do you fix this? How do you use live chat and be able to sit back and collect the information from them? So I wanted to show you the solution I built that can help you out with this. So let's hop in and see what I came up with here. All right, so right now I'm actually inside of one of my sort of sample accounts. This is an HVAC company. Not that it matters, but it's just what we've got and what we're going to be working with today. So right now what I've got here, this is the sites area inside of here. This is the funnel, and if you come over here to the chat widget, we've got two chat widgets. I built this live chat widget here, and not that it's nothing spectacular about it, but just configure the live chat widget. We won't spend time going over that one. You do have to come inside of your funnel here to this services and put on the live chat widget. So you do have to switch that, and then once that gets set up, then you are ready to run the live chat on your website. Now, this is just a quick tip. If you're ever dealing with live chat deals with what they call session data. Now, it would be better for you if you're testing this to use a Chrome incognito window or whatever kind of incognito window for whatever browser you're using, because this makes it easier because each incognito browser has a different session. So that makes it to where every time you load a new incognito window, you get a fresh live chat widget. And otherwise, if you use the same browser, it's going to want to go back and sort of pick up the chat where you left off. And that's not really what you want to do when you're testing. So right now, first of all, let's just take a quick look at what we've got built. I'm going to go ahead and go to Fresh Flow HVAC. That's the name of the company. And here in the bottom left, we see, because my image is over here, whatever, to the right. So I put this over to the left here, and it's one of the nice things about the widget. You can configure it all over the place since the new configuration has been available. So that's cool. All right, so a little AI bot here, whatever. Welcome to Fresh Flow HVAC. You click on this and you get the bot. So here's one of the first things that you can do to help you out is to actually put in there, please tell me your full name. That's the first thing you could do. Now, notice here in this bot, I said, well, just, hi, my name is Echo. That's what I called it. I am your AI assistant. I'm here to help you. May I get your full name, please? Now, that's one thing. So I'm not going to give you my full name. We're going to do this a couple different times and see how this works. But right now, one of the first things that you could do and easiest would just be to ask them for their full name right off the bat. And like I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to be crazy silly and just going to say, my AC unit is not working. So I'm going to walk through this here. So we're going to sit back and see how this works and hopefully be able to show you how this works. Okay, great. I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Sounds like your AC might need some attention. Notice that any strange noises or smells. Let's get you evaluated. When do you want to book? And I'm just going to say today. So I'm just trying to rush through this one here because this is just sort of typically what we get, and I want to go through the appointment process, show you what happens, and then show you how to fix it on this side. So right now I put today. The bot's going out and looking for the calendar, so I'm going to just choose 2 o'clock. For this one right here, so this is going to get booked, and right now the appointment's going to come back and it's going to say book. Now granted, I skipped over a bunch of stuff as far as configuring the AI bot here. I'm not going to do that. If you're interested in that, watch my other video regarding setting up and configuring the AI bot to sell for certain businesses. I'm not really want to teach you that again. I'm specifically want to create this video on how to fix the issue of being able to use a live chat and appointment setting, because right now people may be asking, why use live chat? Well, right now, what I've been getting is a lot of overseas people. They don't want to use the standard SMS chatbot because the price of SMS and texting outside of the US is so expensive. So right now, I haven't really built one for WhatsApp for this one here. But anyway, the live chat is one way that people outside of the US can use this to actually book appointments and stuff like that and so forth. So that's what I've primarily been getting this for. So now that I've kind of explained that, why people are even wanting, you see right now it says, you've got it. You're all set for today at 2 p.m. See you then. Perfect. Now, at this particular point, when you set the appointment bot, all of your workflows for new appointment confirmations and all that other stuff should start firing. Bing, 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 whatever, and you should be ready to go. Now, I'm going to close this browser, this particular incognito window, so we can come back to here and look at our contacts. So notice right here, here's some of the problems. Guest visitor WUAT. Like Highlevel is just assigning a particular name to this particular person because it has no context. There's nowhere in the whole screen that we just saw for the live chat widget where it asks for your first name, last name, or anything. So basically, the appointment that we have today at 2 o'clock means absolutely nothing because there's no way, there's no name, there's no phone number, there's no email, no confirmation. We're able to collect no information from this whatsoever. So That's a problem. So right now what we're going to do is just take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this particular contact record. I just like to get things cleaned up here. And let's try this again. So now that we've done that, let me go ahead and try it again with and we can come back here. If we look at calendars and appointments, just might have a couple of different other appointments in here, but we see that we should see the appointments for people here and so forth have been scheduled. But right now, the appointment does get booked, but the whole point is that none of your workflow information, none of the personal contact information is there. So what I want to do is let's go over and show this again. Now I'm going to go back to FreshFlow HVAC. We're going to open this back up. Notice it looks like it's the very first time here. May I get your full name? Yes. Now I'm going to give it my full name. So right now I'm just going to do John Smith, be very original. Now here's the nice thing about this. When you put in your full name, now the bot knows your name. So now I can personalize the response back. Hey, John, are you looking to book an appointment? Great. Yes. So now you've got the name. You see, and again, we did that because inside of the bot configuration here, under this, I'm going to scroll back up. We ask, may I get your full name, please? So typically, hopefully if somebody read that, then they would put in their full name to at least begin the communication. So great, here we go. It's great. When would you like to book the appointment for? Again, let's just say today. It's going to take you through the same process here, and I want to sit back and just show you how this works. We'll go back, take a look at it, and each one of these are steadily improvements to being able to get it. But even though you have, in this one, I'm going to choose 130. Even though we were able to get their name, guess what? We still don't have their phone number, their email address. So that sucks because now we can't do the appointment. All of your appointment setting stuff that you might have for appointments that are going out still will not work. It will not fire. But let's look at the incremental progress that we've been seeing here. So I'm going to go back and refresh this. So here now we see that we have John Smith. This isn't guest user woo at or whatever, the last one that we had. So at least when you put that in there, if you ask for it, you're able to get that information right off the bat. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another tip that I found that you can use in case somebody doesn't put their name in that will allow you to sit back and collect the name later. The AI bot will actually ask for that. So having said that, if you go into calendars, appointments, again, you will see that John Smith has an appointment for 1:30 here. So there's John Smith, the appointment, everything's good to go. Perfect, great. So I'm just going to leave that there so we can continue to move on. Now, what I'm going to do now is go into your settings and I'm going to go into the conversation AI. Now, again, we're already determined that the conversation AI bot has been configured, trained, ready to go, and so forth. What I want you to do is come into this little area right here called configure intents. Now, right now I want to show you here, if you're using the live chat to do your booking, then you have the appointment booking turned on. Now, depending upon if you're doing this for, you're going to have to be booking a calendar inside of Highlevel for this to work. If you're just sending a link, then collecting the first name, last name, all that information doesn't mean a thing. Okay, it doesn't. If you're not using the service calendar, if you're using this option right here, don't book appointment, only send the booking link, then none of the stuff that we're talking about even matters because as soon as you click on that link, it's going to take you out. They're going to click the date, they're going to click on the time they want the appointment, and then the appointment calendar form will pop up that will collect all of that information. That is another way that you can do this if you want to, is not have the AI book actually go through and say, oh, when do you want to book the appointment? Today, tomorrow? When do we have available? And we're going to take a look and test some of the AI bots here as we're doing some more testing. But if you don't want to do any of that stuff, then just send them an appointment link and be done with it. And then that appointment link, believe it or not, can just link you right back into the calendar inside of Highlevel if you want to. Okay, it's completely up to you of how you want to do this. So that's one solution, and I'm not going to show you that because that's just super easy to do. Right now, I've got a service calendar right here set up, so that's a calendar that I've got in use. What I want to do is click on this little edit prompt button right here. So this right here allows you to go in and add some values and things like that. What I want to do is sit back and add this bottom part right here. I don't know if you ever looked at this, the conversation flow. Hover over this. The bot asks these questions before booking an appointment or sending the booking link. Make the bot strict or lenient. Prompt above, what is your email? So right now, this is where we can sit back and add some different information. And right now, instead of the first name, we can just say instead of like full name, sorry, before we say what is your full name, right now we'll just say what is your first name. Here, let's go ahead and add it again. What is your last name? So here's what we're gonna, ooh, goodness, that didn't work out too well. What happened? What is your last name? We can save that one. We've got another one. What is your email address? This is where we're going to get their email address. We're going to save this bad boy. And then last but not least, what is your phone number? So we're going to save that. Then we're just going to cancel these. Looks like I made some errors on here. Actually, let's delete them since I don't want them to be in here. I thought they would just be deleted, but we've got that. So inside the conversation flow, you're telling the AI bot when booking the appointment, make sure you get the first name. And actually, I didn't type this in right. First name. I just saw that. Make sure this thing works right. What is your first name? What is your last name? What is your email address? What is your phone number? Perfect. So now that we've got that, we can click cancel. And now we've sort of told the bot a little bit more. We've trained it, and now we've said, hey, before you book an appointment, make sure you ask these questions and gather this data. Now, here's the one thing that's really great about Highlevel that you may or may not have known. Highlevel has sort of built-in intelligence inside the conversations area. So if we look inside here, if we open up John Smith and we look inside this conversation area, here we see the entire bot, okay, all the communication that happened inside of the bot, which is what you would expect. Now, what you may or may not know is if you're dealing with a particular contact, and let's just say for some reason an email address pops up in this conversation area, Highlevel is smart enough to say, this email address is coming from the contact, in the direction from the contact, so I'm going to update their email address, if there isn't one, with their new email address. So it'll take the email address and update the contact record automatically. You don't need to build logic or workflows and all this other kind of complicated stuff to do that for you. Likewise, with the phone number, when it sees the phone number come across from the contact, okay, then it will update the contact record. So this is really what you're going to use beneficially to help you out. This is kind of what happened when you put in John Smith right here. Oh, John Smith. This is coming from the person, so that looks like a full name. So Highlevel has some intelligence here, which is really nice because it helps you not have to do all this basic kind of grunt programming. Okay, so now having said that here, and we're taking it piecemeal because I want to show you how this thing works and hopefully be able to build a solution for this afterwards. So we've got this again. I know, getting kind of boring going through this again. Give me your full name. No, I don't want to give you my full name. I just want to say my AC unit is not working. Somebody's upset. Okay? So let's just follow the bot and see what the bot actually comes back and gives us and tells us. So here, hey, it sounds like you might need it. Let's get you scheduled for an evaluation. When do you want to book for? I'm just going to say today. So now it's in the appointment mode. So keep in mind, we're configuring the intents inside of the AI bot. The actual booking and answering questions, that intent area is different than the intent for booking the appointment. So once we actually said today, let's book an appointment today, at this particular point, now the AI bot is in sort of scheduling mode. So it's going to sit back and start scheduling it. So here we're going to just say, let's just do 2:30. So now that we're actually doing 2:30, let's just follow this and just see what other information that the AI bot is going to be asking us before it actually books an appointment. Great. Here's the big key, the magic. This is what we didn't have before. Great choice. Let's get started. What is your first name? See, right there already. So I'm going to type in Tom. And so now you see the value of this. Now you see the appointment hasn't been booked yet. Okay? So the appointment hasn't been booked. We're actually still gathering the data for this. All right, Tom, what is your last name? And I'm just going to say Jones, Tom Jones. So we've got the last name, and now it's going to sit back and ask for some additional information. So here's where another problem could potentially creep in. And I want to sit back and show you this. So right now, the problem that we have here is that anytime they enter the information in the live chat, Highlevel takes it at face value. Okay, so if they spelled their name Tom wrong, then the name Tom is going to be wrong inside of your contact record. There's nothing you can do about it. If they type in Jones wrong or something like that, then whatever gets put in there is what's going to be put in as their last name. So right now with the email address, the problem is people often don't format the email address correctly. So right now what I want to show you is what happens when we do this. So I'm just going to do tomjones@gmail. I didn't put gmail.com, so tomjones@gmail is not a valid email address. Okay, even though they meant to put it in, maybe they mistyped it, but I'm going to sit back and enter it wrong on purpose. And this is something that you're going to have to be able to watch out for because user input is a very big problem when it comes to things like live chat, because if they mistype it, it's not going to correct it. It's not going to sit back, notice that the bot didn't come back and say, hey, that email address is not formatted correctly. Please give me a better formatted email. No, it didn't do any of that. It just went on and collect the phone number. So right now what I want to do is sit back and put in a phone number here from another account that I have. So this right here is, that way we can sit back and see how this looks. I'll show you about this later, but now that we've done this, we've collected all the information that's in the additional area. It says, thanks, Tom. Your appointment is booked now for September 3rd at 2:30 p.m. See you then. Perfect. So right now, that's a big win, right? I mean, that's pretty big. This solves at least a problem that people have with regards to the live chat and having the AI bot collect the information for the appointment. Let's see how we did. Let's come in here and take a look at the contact record and see how we did. Now, first of all, let's look at Tom Jones. So Tom Jones is here. The phone number came across correctly, but where's the email address? Ah, the email address did not come across because it was not a well-formed email address. This is the problem that you particularly have. If they enter their email address or even enter their phone number wrong, then that data is just put into the system. Now, if the phone number won't match, if you don't put in like the full 10 digits, then it won't add the phone number in here either. Okay, it just will have the email address. But I just wanted to show you what happens whenever somebody misses that particular piece of information, because I want to show you a potential workaround on how to fix that. Believe it or not, yes, I will. I'll show you that. It's a very easy workflow that we can work on. But right now, if we take a look, we go into the calendar. Tom Jones has an appointment. Booking the appointments here. Alrighty, we see so Tom Jones here is confirmed the appointment. Everything went well. So everything's good there, okay? And the good thing about it is now that all the information was collected, remember, it was collected first before the appointment got booked, okay? This is important. That way, whenever the appointment gets booked, then you have a trigger for appointment confirmation. Now that you have the appointment confirmation trigger, all your other appointment booking and all the, the things like that inside of Highlevel now has first name, last name, phone number, and email address, potentially, that they can work from, okay? So this is one of the things that we have. But unfortunately, what happens in this situation where we have things like this, where the email address was entered wrong, or heaven forbid, the email address was entered correctly and the phone number was entered wrong? You very well may have those particular problems, and there's really not going to be a good way for you to, that at least that I know of right now, for you to fix that on the fly inside of the live chat. There's just not. So right now, how do you end up fixing that? So right now, what I did is I want to come down here and show you this contact record update. So one of the things that you could do here, and I'm just testing this, so we'll have to see how well this works out. This looks maybe a little bit more complicated than it is, so we'll walk through this real quick. But the trigger is simply a contact created. So anytime the contact gets created inside of your system, okay, what it's going to do is, once it does this, it's going to wait. Now notice right here, we've got this wait right here. Tom Jones is waiting, and it's waiting for 3 minutes. Okay, why am I waiting it for 3 minutes? Because right now, as you're going through the bot, keep in mind, as you're going through the bot, it's asking you for information like first name, last name, phone number, email address. Well, whenever you do that, your contact record gets created whenever whenever you put your name in there. So it's going to create the contact record. So we don't want it to fire then, because then we won't have access to the other information like phone number or email address or things like that before we can actually do something with that information. So once the contact is created, what we do is I just kind of said wait, and it doesn't have to be 3 minutes. It could be a minute. It could be 2 minutes. But you want to sit back and wait a certain period of time for the AI bot to go through each line by line to collect all the data and then update the contact record appropriately. And then once the contact record has been updated with all the valid information, then we can sit back and do the following. So I'm going to sit back and show you through here. So we've got an if condition, and this if condition is going to check for a few fields. So right now, phone is blank. Okay, so right now what we're doing is we're going to contact details. Phone is empty. So the phone field is empty, no phone in there. If that's the case, which is the case, if you try to put in a phone number without all 10 digits, Highlevel, just like it didn't put the email address in there, it will not put the phone number field in there if it's not properly formatted. It won't. So if the phone number is empty, which it would be if it wasn't populated, but the email address is not empty. Keep in mind, this doesn't work if both phone and email address are entered wrong. This doesn't work. You've got to have one piece of information in here, but we're going to use one piece of information to get the other. So this right here is where we can say the phone is empty, email address is not empty. And then likewise for the email being blank, email is empty, phone is not empty. Those are the two branches that we've got. So if the phone is blank, so if the phone, we've got the email, but the phone is blank, then we're going to send an email. And the email is going to go out to somebody. And the basic premise of this is going to be, hello, Tom, this is a Fresh Flow HVAC. It looks like we did not get your phone number when scheduling your appointment. Please reply to this email with your phone number so we can get our text notices when our technician is en route for your appointment. Okay, so this is one way that you can sit back and do that, and then you can have another workflow that simply looks at the emails that are coming in. Keep in mind that I told you all the emails, if you're using the email domain feature inside of Highlevel for this, when the email comes back, the email will show up in the conversations area, and hopefully that information will be put into the contact record automatically. If not, you can just build another workflow to sit back and respond to incoming emails, and then take the message of that and put it toward the your email address field. Likewise, you can do the same thing with phone. What happens if we get a valid phone number, but we don't get an email address? Well, this just sends a text message out with basically saying the same thing. So right now, if we were to refresh this, we see that the time period is up. So right now, this particular person's gone through. If we look at the enrollment history, we see Tom Jones went through, it's finished, everything went well. Now, what happens here is, now that I've got this, I'm not sure what this person is here, but this right here is the message that we just sent ourselves, okay? So this right here this is what it looks like. Hey Tom, this is FreshFlow HVAC. Looks like we did not get your email address when scheduling your appointment. Please reply to this text with your email address so that we can get your updates to the appointment. Okay? So right now, not really sure what that is, but let's just see if this works here. But this is where I wanted to show you. I put in that particular phone number that's to one of my other accounts here. So let's just say, Tom Jones gets this and says tomjones@gmail.com. So now you're going to reply back. Okay. So anyway, you kind of get the point here. I don't want to go back through. Apparently, I'm having some communication issues with D&Ds and so forth regarding this. But you get the whole point. In this one, if you were to reply back with tomjones@gmail.com, then it would come back into the system, into the contact record for Tom Jones. That it would show a text message coming from Tom Jones here, in which case that email address would be coming from the particular person. Then that email address would automatically update in the contact record and so forth. But apparently I've got some internal communication issues of why that's not working. So anyway, I hope you found this useful. I hope you can at least take some of the information that I put in this video and help build a solution, building with live chat and the AI bot, so you can have both of those work together, as well as, gathering all the information and stuff that you need. So hey guys, if you found this video useful, give me a like here, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, tell your friends about it. I am looking to grow this channel, and I'm here providing just tons of valuable information for you, just so that I can help you out here. If you're new to Highlevel, if you're looking to get signed up, I do have a 30-day free link. You get a free trial below with it, and you'll get a ton of other bonuses from me, including some coaching and so forth. So guys, thanks so much for watching the video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.